Something slightly different tonight. We're off to Persia. Yes, we're going to Persia on the magic carpet. So what I'm doing is it's a rice dish predominantly. That's kind of the main focus of it. It's called bejeweled rice, which it's cooked with a few spices like cumin and cinnamon, garlic and onion at the base of it, and it's kind of filled with nuts and fruits. If you don't like nuts and fruits, well, probably this is not the one for you. But it's an excellent kind of in its own right, hot or cold. So I'm going to be doing quite a batch tonight. So the cold stuff can either be reheated or to have cold. So we'll come on to the rice. But to go with that, I'm doing a spatchcock chicken, which I've done before. And I'm going to spice that with, it's a Middle Eastern spice called Bharat. You know, it's kind of one of these, I think, a spice blend which you know, incorporates them kind of spices. So I think I'll pull this down a bit. Don't know what you're doing up there. So we're going to do the chicken first. So it's really easy to do. So we've got a whole chicken from the butcher's, which is always the best. Free range, which is always the best. Honestly, it is always the best. I know some people think, well, you know, supermarket cheap, all the rest of it. They really are, and like I say, for a long time I've done exactly the same and used supermarkets because I can't afford anything else. Not to say I can afford a lot now, but I'd rather eat less and get the better one than eat it more often and use supermarket ones. Anyway, that's it. I'm cooking, so we're not having a chicken debate, but we are cooking. So I've turned the chicken upside down, and essentially to spatchcock just literally means to remove the back or cut it in half. So what I'm going to do is kind of show you gruesomely where the bum of the chicken is. Down there you'll see right to the neck end, you'll see, poor thing, it's been through enough in its life and now I'm going upside down. Either side of the backbone, we're going to go down there, and whichever side you start is up to you. Now I'm using poultry shears, but to be fair, these are knackered. They're just all the rubbish. I need a new pair, so I might swap over and use the knife. But just to get us going, so either side of the parson's nose, or his nose, and we're just going to step up there. Either side, you'll feel as you're going up, you're following kind of the backbone, and the tips of your knife are heading towards the side of the neck, which is exposed. Like I say, these are absolutely rubbish. I'm having to kind of stop to the knife. I should have went with the knife, to be fair. And just to show you, I'm going to run the knife down the other side. So just to show you, you can do with a knife. Look, I'm just kind of, watch your fingers, of course. Put your knife in the other side, go down like that, and you'll reach a point where it becomes a little bit harder to cut. But a bit of perseverance, it kind of goes mostly through there. To be fair, that's why I use a poultry shears when I can. Probably if I had a thicker knife or start at the other end, it might have been easy. But anyway, let's do with what we've got. A good solid pair of scissors would do exactly the same thing. Normally this takes seconds, but with these things, it's taking a bit longer. Anyway, it's still not a hard job to do. It's a bit of process, and that's all it is. Like I say, cooking is just about process, just following a process. So we've took the backbone out, there we go. So done up to the nines there, and all we're going to do is we're going to open that out now on the board, so turn it back the other way around. Actually, I'm going to get my knife out, and I'm going to just trim this little bit of skin off there, just because I don't like bits flapping about all over the place. It's flapping days at over it anyway. So what we're going to do, so it's on its breast, and we're going to turn its legs inside like that to make it look like a lady, make it look nice and neat. Which somebody did. I'm only saying that because somebody commented that on my page the other day. So I'm making it look neat. And all we're going to do, where the breastbone is, I'm just going to put my hands over there, and we're going to like kind of give the chicken a bit of CPR. It's not too late. But I'm just going to crack the breast there, and you'll hear a little crack. That's it. And it's just flattened. And now that is spatchcock chicken. So I'm going to wash my hands and we're going to sort it out and get it cooking. So here we are. I'll just use my old towel first for my hands because I've been touching the chicken. I'll keep that one to one side. I like to have a clean towel on there for when I've just my hands are a bit dirty, but I don't want to cross-contaminate. So basically what we're going to do now, we're going to use the dry spice, but before we do that we need something for the dry spice to cling on to, which is just literally olive oil. And I'm just going to coat the thing over there and over the board as well. And the reason I'm doing that, and that's going to go all over, I'm going to turn it round on itself and I'm just going to mop that up with both sides. So I'm going to give it a little season. When I say a little season, I'm going to give it a season. A good couple of finger pinches there. Yeah, it's going all over. It's alright. It's fine. I clean the mess up, so it's no good. Right, and then we're going to get the Bharat spice and we're going to give it a good liberal coating. Just give it a good coating all over. There we go. It smells lovely. Really does. Really smells nice. And now I'm going to get me just get my hands in the action, and I'm going to turn that over. I'm going to rub it round, turn it over so it's getting done both sides. And you'll see where the oil is. You need the oil to create a paste on the outside. Now, with chicken, let me just kind of point out here, is the end of the day, most of the flavour here is going to be on the outside. It's going to be on the skin. So I'm going to get my little knife back where it is, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get some flavour in to at least to the legs. I can cut across the breast, but when it cooks it will dry out, so I don't tend not to do that. You can lift the skin up and you can pull the skin and actually get under the skin and get the flavour in that way. I'm not going to do that, not today. If I had more time I would, but this is tea and I'm just showing you. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to score right down across the chicken thighs a couple of times. Watch your fingers, 2 or 3 times, and I'm going to, now it's open, I'm just going to get my hands in there. I'm done with that knife now. Get my hands in there and just kind of get a bit of the flavour going on around there. So that's as good as we're going to get there. So that's the chicken part 1 done. Get it all dressed back up. Get it on this tray. Wash my hands again, and in the oven. So when it goes in the oven, I'm just going to get it in the oven. I'm going to clean everything down. So just to point out, leave that there till I move on my boards and everything. Just to point out, I'm going to use a thermometer which I put into the breast. This one actually connects to my phone and lets me know what the temperature is of the oven and inside. You're bound to have one of them, yes, aren't you? You're getting it. But if not, you can get the ones that stick in there. I've got a white. I've got one of them in there as well. You would have, wouldn't you? I have as well. And you can actually have it on the top with it's like a little timer. It's metal wire that comes out, and it'll tell you when you set the temperature to whatever you want, which will be for this, because it actually reduces the cooking time down from about an hour and a quarter to about 45 minutes or so. And all I'm going to do is get that in, and I'm looking go the thickest part. There we go, thickest part in there with this particular probe, and I'm looking for an internal temperature of about between 66 and 68 degrees. 68, and when I'm saying these temperatures to you, what I'll kind of point out is that's not the final cook temperature, so that's lower than it should be. What happens is while it's cooking in there, obviously it's heating up and everything, when you take it out it continues to cook, so it doesn't stop cooking when you open the door and take it out. It's actually, the heat's still penetrating in. So what you find is when you take it out, the temperature continues to rise for about 15 minutes or so, then it'll slowly tail off and reach a peak, which if you take it out between 66 68 degrees, it should reach a peak of about 74 to 76 degrees. We want anywhere above 72, we kind of really need it, but the proper cook temperature is between 70, 74, 75, depending on which guidelines you use. And that will achieve that, which is fine. So that's all good, and we've flattened it out, so that's all good. So I'm going to clean up now, come back, we're going to the rice. But that's I'll sort that, get that programmed in before, and it'll tell me when to take it out, which is good. But in the meantime, we'll crack on, do the rice. So I'm going to say bye for now, get tidied up, squiz back, and we'll sort the rice. So see you soon.